Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jason Zimmerman. It's the day after the NFL draft and the rush is on among fans leaving Titletown to get home. Today, many of those people were catching flights, with one local airport breaking a record for single-day travel not seen for at least a decade. In a First Alert update, Jamal James spoke to fans caught up in some of those lines.
With the NFL draft behind us, football fans traveling home through Austin Straubel International Airport in Green Bay on Sunday were definitely not alone. Visitors like Braden and Carson from North Carolina tell us the Midwestern culture is something they're gonna miss.
Being a Packers fan makes it that much better, but everyone's nice, the food's good, everyone's always having a good time here. So
the people were really welcoming. Cool experience. I love the food here. Everything about it is just a good vibe.
Austin Straubel International Airport is sending folks home in the most Wisconsin way ever by handing out Kringle, Booyah, and more in their tailgate. With the help of over 150 volunteers from the community dealing with high volumes of travelers roaming the terminals, the airport says they haven't run into any issues. With Anna from South Carolina agreeing, saying they're doing an amazing job.
I mean, we walked in and they were selling bratwurst to cure cancer. How great is that? Upstairs, they've got a tailgate. This is the best airport in the United States. It's amazing. Mike
from Virginia saying he has to come back to visit for a Packers game.
Well, the people are super friendly. Everybody we've come across. We had an Uber driver that ended up being our chauffeur all weekend, and so it was really fun.
For the airport to be the first and last thing over 2,000 people experienced during the NFL draft, everything went according to plan, with Austin Straubel International Airport saying they're confident they can handle any big event. In Green Bay, Jamal James, Action 2 News.